Hello, everybody. That looks better off. We'll just keep it off. So today is August 26th, 2021, and I'm going to continue the Start a Sewing Business August playlist. So I changed the environment for today. Sorry about the natural sunlight, but I just needed a break from being in the sewing studio. Um, so, yesterday we talked about planning, and today we are going to talk about marketing. All right, marketing is one of my favorite topics, marketing and publicity. So, you can watch the playlist to kind of see where I talk about my background and that kind of thing. So, let's get started. Oh yeah, and if you're new to the channel, please like, comment, share, subscribe. It's a free way to help support this business, my LLC, and it just is a huge favor if you can do that. Thank you. So for marketing, you've already picked your business name and you've already researched, made sure it wasn't trademarked, make sure it's available, that kind of thing, right? So now you're going to actually marketing part. You may want to decide on the legal structure first. I did things backwards first, and I just wanted to make sure that my company was going to be more than just a hobby, if that makes sense. So if you already know that your company's a business right off the bat, then definitely think about that in the long terms when it comes to picking your name and then doing the marketing and all of that. And then I have other things I'm going to go through the rest of August. So today I'm just going to touch briefly on marketing. So by your domain name, yes, you might be using eBay, Etsy, Shopify, and other third-party options for selling your sewing services, but nothing should replace your own domain name. Think of that as buying a house versus renting a house. It's kind of, there's a term that we use online and it's virtual real estate. I don't know if you've heard that before. So when you buy a domain name, that's your virtual real estate. That's like buying your house instead of renting your house. Okay. So I am a huge proponent for buying your domain name. I buy my domain names at Namecheap, and I have an affiliate link below this video. So if you use any of my affiliate links, the Amazon and Namecheap, MomWebs, they all give me a percentage of money. So it's kind of like I'm being a salesperson, but this is not sponsored by anybody at all, like no sponsorships at all. So buy your domain name. You want to create a website. And again, if you're using Shopify or eBay or Etsy or any of those third parties, definitely still have a website. So you buy your domain name, like mine is stephaniegrams.com. And I also have, I have several. I have numerous websites. But you could at least put your website up with basic facts, contact information, and a newsletter, which we totally will get into in depth more later. Create a business email, and you want to create your social media accounts. Think about where your target customers are. My particular customers are not hanging out on TikTok. I do have an account on TikTok, but my memory bear customers are not on TikTok. I have different customers from one of my other companies that are on TikTok. So think about all the social media. We have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, LinkedIn, Twitter. I don't even use Twitter for myself anymore. A lot of companies still do. I see whatever works for you and your clientele, your customers. Make sure you're there. You can order business cards. So business cards were extremely popular for years, right? I mean, forever and ever, ever. And then they kind of lost popularity after a while, and now they are back. And as far as popularity goes, how do I explain it? Um, People are asking for my business cards more often than asking for my domain name. So having business cards on hand is definitely helpful, especially when it comes to referrals. The individuals that want a business card want to pass that information on as a referral. I try to get individuals to actually go to my domain name and subscribe to the newsletter while I'm standing there talking to them, but that's not always feasible. That's not always happening. Um, another thing for marketing is photograph your sample products. I know with memory bears that can be a little difficult because when you really think about a memory bear, it is somebody's it's very private, right? So we get to clothes from our customers, and it's not like you can always share the product online. My customers have been very private individuals, and I have to get the okay in writing and make sure I respect their wishes, whether they want it shared or not. For whatever personal reasons, I don't question that. But I do tell my students that it's best to get it in writing that, yes, you can show off the finished products. Saying that, you can be your own customer. Your children, your in-laws, your parents, you can make products and give them as gifts and then share those photos online. I mean, because you have your own permission, right? So think outside the box, especially if you're just starting out and you want to show people your sewing skills and your designing skills when it comes um, to your services. So make sure that you have really good photos. And you know what? If you have a smartphone, they take really good photos. I use canva.com to edit photos. So that's definitely an option. And I use the free version. I have used the paid in the past because they give you a free trial period. Love it. Love their services. Their options are great. I just feel like I need a little light here, but maybe not. Sorry. I'll just leave it alone. Okay. All right. So the next one is iffy, especially since the whole id is going around. I can't say the word because I'll be flagged on online. So with this current situation, I'll say that. So but you could apply to local markets and events. And I went into depth earlier this week on networking, especially your local market. I think when we start our sewing businesses, we forget that there are customers up the street from us. And it's really easy to get lost in the online traffic. So I would definitely think about your online website as like the facts about who you are, what you offer, what you can do. But when it comes to marketing, don't look past your own zip code and even a 50-mile radius of your zip code. I have had the most customers further than that. But I do get a lot of inquiries from my within a 50-mile radius of my zip code. I offer very unique memory bear services, but for the most part, you definitely would want to look within a 50-mile radius of your zip code, and that's a tip for your like yesterday I talked about your research your competition. I would research competition within a 50-mile radius. Why do I say 50 miles? because some people drive 50 miles in a day as a road trip, and would prefer to meet up with you in person to hand you their clothes, or some people will just mail it and they'll be okay with that. My customers have always just mailed their clothes and never had an issue. And my customers, for the most part, have all been out of state from where I live. But saying that, expand your search. I say 5 miles, 10 miles, 20, 40, 50, 100, whatever you want for your company in the marketing, then I would definitely write down your zip code. There's free app online that you can use to research your competition within the zip code and the miles, that kind of thing. Um, if anything, when it comes to marketing, just remember you have to give everybody a place to go. So that's why I started with buying your domain name and building your website. Again, it can just be like one page website. It does not need to be elaborate. You can still take your orders through Etsy or eBay or Shopify. You can process your orders through PayPal. I mean, or Venmo. I've done both of those. I've accepted orders through both of those types of free processors. But I don't think anything can replace your website, and I don't think anything can replace your domain name. Just make sure you own it. And by owning it, I mean, don't go through a service and have this service purchase your domain name, because then that they actually own it. Okay. And then you're paying a monthly fee just to own your domain name. On a side note, the only monthly fee that you should be charged is a web hosting fee. So if you own your website, or domain name, I own stephaniegrams.com. I pay MomWebs a couple dollars a month where they host it for me. And then I go in and I build my website and change it up and do whatever I want to it. I can tear down my website any day, anytime I want to. I can change the domain name anytime I want to. I own it. It belongs to me. It's like my house. I'm not renting it. But when you go through somebody like eBay, Etsy, or Shopify, you are renting space. Like you're renting a house instead of owning the house. I hope that makes it more simple for you to understand and follow. And again, you can always ask me questions. I do have a free group, but in order to get to the free group, you have to subscribe to my newsletter. All right. And just in case you're looking at the newsletter, I'm hoping that you are. I am still running the 1,000 subscriber YouTube channel giveaway, and it will be going on until I reach 1,000 subscribers. So when I reach 1,000 subscribers, which I'm finally over 300, so I'm very excited. Anyways, once I reach the 1K subscribers, there will be a giveaway. I will draw 6 winners. There are three mega prize bundles that I'm giving out. And then there will be 4 single prizes. They're all valuable. They're all worth having. And the reason I know that is because my group has told me that they like those prizes. So I hope that all of you have a great day. And tomorrow we will talk more about sewing business information, and who knows where I'll be sitting. Maybe I'll be outside tomorrow and the lighting will be better. All right, guys, it's Stephanie Grams. Have a great day. Thanks for joining me.